So welcome back guys, this is Madhav PVL, and in today's video we are going to discuss about the constraints. So constraints is nothing but it is a condition. So table will be created according to a constraint, right? So we had just discussed this in our previous video. So table will be created according to a constraint. Constraint is nothing but a condition. So every relation has some condition, that is constraint. So every relation has some condition that must hold for it to be a valid relation called relational integrity constant. So here we can just say like to just define this whole table, whether it is a perfect or not, there will be some relation, right? So they should satisfy the relation to just say like the table is a perfect. So that is known as a relational integrity constraint. So its work is to just verify the given condition from the table. So it need to verify the given condition from a table, whether the table is according to the condition, whether it is a valid or not. So its main work is to just validate the condition from the table. So different types of the constraints are key constraint or entity constraint, and the domain constraint and referential integrity constraint. So I think this is clear. Up to here it is clear. So constraint is a condition. To check the condition, it is a relational integrity constraint. So different types of the constraints are key constraint or entity constraint, domain constraint and referential integrity constraint. So key constraint in a relation with a key attribute. Two tuples have identical values for a key attribute. So here we can just say like a key constraint is nothing but if we just consist of a key. So if we just consider a key and we can just search for other values. So here we can just say like if the ID of a particular table having a unique values, then we can just say like the table is perfect. So here the thing is we are just considering the key. So if the IDs are unique, the each value of an ID is unique, then we can just consider the table as a perfect. So there are no errors. If they are having same values, then it is an invalid. So if the IDs are having same, so that's something nonsense. We can't just even imagine like if the IDs are same, then how we can just identify people in a particular organization. So there is no idea of a table. So if IDs are same, so the ID should be different, then it is known as a key constraint. Here the key is ID. So here the ID is key, but with the help of this key I am going to just find out a person. So I will just enter the number 313 and it will just show like Madhav, he stays in Vijayawada. So it will just show like this. So key constraint is nothing but the thing which we can just pull out with the help of a particular key. Here the key is ID. So other attributes may be identical except the key attribute. So the key attribute, that is ID, shouldn't be identical. This remaining can be identical, it doesn't make any matter. So key attribute can't have a null value. So it shouldn't have any null value. So it should be filled with something. Either the name can be a null value, but the ID, the key value, should not be a null value. So if there are more than one such minimal subsets, these are called as a candidate keys. So minimal number of one subsets is nothing but if we just consider the ID and the name as a primary key constraints. So we will just let us just consider do not consider this point now. We will just keep this point aside and we will just get to know about this point in our upcoming videos. And now I think you are fine up to this key constraint. So key constraint is considering only a one important constraint. And now the domain constraint. So domain constraint is every attribute is bound to have a specific range of values. So here we can just say like age can't be negative. So domain constraint is nothing but the domain is a unit. So a particular unit in a table can be called as a domain value. So domain value will have some particular statement, or we can just say like a particular condition. So here in this table, the ID should be only an integer. The name should be only a character. So if we just enter the name of an ID as a ABC, it doesn't take. So integer only will be taken in the case of a ID. So the characters will be only taken in the case of a name. So the example is age couldn't be negative. So we can't imagine the age of a person is a -2. It's a nonsense. So age of a person or ID of a person, so it will be only the positive value. So the phone number should be of 10 digits. If it is 9 digits, the number will not work. So it should be only 10 digits. So these are some of the examples in the case of a domain constraint. Domain is nothing but a particular unit cell. So referential integrity constraints. So they work on the concept of a foreign key. So foreign key is a key of a relation that can be referred in another relation. Relation is nothing but a table. So a constraint or an attribute in a one table will be used in the another table. So that is a foreign key. So there are different types of keys in database management system. So we are going to discuss about them in an upcoming video. So till now I think this is fine. Referential integrity constraints works on the concept of a foreign key. Foreign keys using an attribute of a one table in an another table, one relation in an another relation. So we will just use the language of a database management system. I think you are clear up to this the concept of a constraints. So thank you for watching Works of the College, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.